The consensus view among scientists is that consensus itself is ruining science. Let me explain. The Health Research Council of New Zealand is the first major government funding agency to allocate funds randomly. They just ran a lottery. That might seem like an absolute waste of tax funders' money to just randomly give it to scientists. But when polled, most scientists agreed that it was a good idea. This is where I'm going to depart from the attitudes and the concerns of the people who did this study, because they were concerned that if you have random allocations for science, the quality of the submissions will go down. I would argue that you want the quality of the submissions to go down, because the way the quality of the submissions is measured is in arbitrary things that have nothing to do with how valuable the science is. If you spend a long time on a submission and you write 180 pages, does that mean that it's a good submission? Does that mean that it's a valuable investment? No, that just means that you worked very hard to impress the people above you. A good science experiment is likely to be the most simple, most basic thing that hasn't been done yet. It takes a long time to figure out what that is. But once you've figured out what that is, you may be able to write that in, say, 5 pages. For example, Einstein's PhD was 5 pages long. In his miracle year, he wrote 50 pages and had presented 4 ideas that totally revolutionized physics. He did not present quality submissions by the conventional ways in which we measure these things. The effect of quote unquote lowering the standards when it comes to the submissions is that now people can actually think differently, and they can think more laterally, and they can think, what is something that hasn't been looked at yet? What is a unique, different way of doing things? And that's the places that are going to be the most low-hanging fruit. You want people to look for the low-hanging fruit and the thing that is going to get the best return on investment, so you can put the least amount of money into it, the least amount of effort, and get the biggest reward. Not just compete in who is the most diligent researcher, who is putting the most effort in, because those things don't actually matter other than to your career. We're supposed to believe in objective realism. We're supposed to believe that there's a reality out there that we're trying to understand. Nature is under no obligation to recognize your human efforts. Human institutions recognize your human efforts.